Take 3 additional damage. That's it. Why is weak weak? Why is weak literally fucking weak? Well, I'm fucking here, I guess. Enable strawberry abilities. What the fuck? +1 attack at the end of the turn. Oh, that's nice. Abilities. Oh, that'd be busted on like fucking mosquito. Gain health at the end of the turn. Okay. Has a 50% chance to deal. So we got RNG. I don't like that. Deal double damage once. Not bad. Gain 1 gold at the start of every turn. So put that on everybody. That's 5 gold. Plus swans. Pepper, lemon, melon, mushroom, steak, coconut. Ignore damage once. That's it. Oh, and then ink is negative. Ink is only -3 damage. What the fuck? I was hella scared of ink, dude. Man. The gorilla can be paired with pepper, meaning that the ability will not go under 1 health. Kind of cool. Which runs the risk of not taking damage or taking enough damage that it dies in 1 hit. It's leech. Deal 1 damage to the pet ahead and gain 1 health. Oh, so you're hurting him. Because you would give him the coconut from hitting him at the end of the turn. Oh, wow, that's kind of interesting. One fun yet impractical setup is to put a parrot behind the gorilla and then a leech behind the parrot. And the parrot gains permanent coconut. Okay, that's a level of ignorant I needed. Okay, I like that. I like that. See, man, I don't do wikis. I feel like that takes it out of it. But I mean, I guess because I shouldn't have been so afraid of ink and fucking weakness. It's very weak. It's very weak. See, I done already forgot it. I have like short term, man. Take +3 damage, deal -3. That's so weak. They're both weak. God damn. That's like pointless at the end of the game. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, what are you afraid of? Yeah, let me help me understand Tiger. Turtle pack. Head of a tiger that will repeat their ability when it's triggered, as if there was a level of the tiger. I hear versatile, but that motherfucker stayed dying. As it works a whole load of pets, but it's generally recommended to use strong combat abilities. Like skunk, so you get a double skunk. Turkey, so double turkey. Oh, I've been using him wrong. Because I would usually use him on like cricket or a horse or like somebody that would like do an ability that would give me another one. I don't normally play skunk or turkey. Unique, more complicated synergies with snake. So 5 and then throw another 5. That could get obnoxious after a while. 5 and then another 5. Yeah, that could get obnoxious. And then hippo. So like hippo. The tiger would make the swordfish or the panda use their ability twice and then faint. And then switch to the hippo or the snake in front of it. It just gives it stats and then dies. But then would make the swordfish or the panda. I'm confused. With the swordfish or the panda, the friend ahead. So just one friend, as the tiger would make the swordfish or the panda use their ability twice and then faint. And then switch to the hippo or snake in front of it. Oh. Use their ability twice on. Oh. Use their ability twice on the. Oh. So the tiger. So if it's 150, he's getting like 300%. Oh, that's fucking nuts. Okay, that's not bad. Damn. That's actually kind of crazy. I never thought of that, but I don't have panda or swordfish, so that's very irrelevant. What's good for skunk, I guess? Reduces the health of the highest health enemy. Oh. Reduces their health. I thought they were reducing their attack. I'm a dumbass. Skunk is an anti-scaling pet that forces the enemy to build a well-rounded team with multiple high-stat pets instead of putting all their eggs in one basket. Yeah, and there's a lot of bison monkey running around. Always need to be pairing skunk with a lower attack sniper. Bad. I don't understand. Bison's cool, but you're really banking on trying to get a level 3 like fast. And I mean, that's possible, but the amount of RNG that you're relying on in that situation is kind of fucking crazy. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It's just, I guess. Man, where's my lighter? Sorry, Hippo. Hope you could have stayed. I had a good time talking to you. Man, we up too. Appreciate the love tonight. Good stream. Much worth. I need at least 2 more followers before I go to bed tonight. I'm gonna be on for another 4 to 5 hours. Can we please get another follower? Make a brother feel good about himself. Because we out here streaming and we out here trying. I'm streaming every day until my life changes. And you can say that you was here. And you're gonna pop back in a month. You're gonna be like, bro, I subscribed to this nigga when he had 6 subscribers. Now he has 500. Now he has 5,000. Now he has 500,000. And anybody that can say the OG, anybody that can clip this or snap this, bro, when we make it, I got you. And I promise I got you. Because, man, this is the dream. And we about to get mad good at this game. I promise you that. Level 3 bison when that trigger is something stupid. I should be running bison a lot, actually, depending on. Okay. It's not bad for bison. What does hippo do? Hippo is a counter pet designed to steamroller, through summon builds. It will heal itself after each knockout. Yeah, garlic's pretty good. Huh. So pairing a hippo with a rat. Killing a frontmost hippo is a common strategy. A backline hippo can work to clean up the weak enemies. However, if you're scaling a hippo, you have to win fast against weak teams because it gets closer to late game. Hippo will start to lose its effectiveness. If you're not matched against summon teams, hippo is just a pet with no ability. Hippo will get outscaled by pets with earlier tiers or pets with self-scaling abilities. At best case scenarios, it will simply trade with them, never triggering its own ability. But even if you do get matched up with some in late game, teams with high level turkey, parrot, tiger can output so much attack that hippo's healing ability they're not lying, and fail to do what it's supposed to do, and once again reduce to being a pet with no ability. God damn, why you have to rip hippo apart so bad? Whoever made this was hot. Hey yo, fuck that. Because whoever changed this or whoever came and updated this, they were like mad salty about hippo. I've never thought about hippo and rat though. Hippo and rat's kind of cool. Hippo and the rat's kind of cool. I keep seeing scorpion. Heal upon the animal when dealing damage. This effect can be blocked by melon or coconut. This is explained fully in peanut. Summing up a scorpion serves no functional purpose. God damn. Summing up a scorpion serves no functional purpose. Generally, it is advised to be careful about positioning when using a scorpion. Unless your buff is significantly, it will only be able to eliminate one enemy. Putting it at the frontmost side of your team is a great counter to most teams who put their strongest hitting pet first, as it kills no matter its stats. A possible strategy to counter armor food pets is feeding a mushroom to the scorpion, as it breaks the opponent's armor and gets revived with peanuts, trading their biggest unit. It can also be a good to revive scorpion after being killed by snipers. The same thing goes with what? So when whale swallows it and spits it back out, it comes back with peanut? Wow. Okay. Peanuts. And walrus through their abilities. Special counter against scalers. That's typical scaling type item. Most like garlic or lemon perk is instantly knocked out. The peanut needs 21 attack or higher to break through the melon and knock it out. Peanut will always lose to coconut. The ideal pet stays at 21 attack. This is like nutty. This is a lot. Yeah, what's some more interactions for sleeping pill? The sleeping pill costs 1 gold instead of the usual 3. The sleeping pill is a tier 2 food. When the pet is feeding sleeping pill, they faint, permanently removing from the squad. However, this also acts any faint ability. Anything granted from fainted pets will be permanent unless sold or replaced. So technically, if I use sleeping pill on hedgehog, it gives my gorilla permanent. Okay, that's nice. The main reason is for ant, flamingo, and mammoth. All give nice stat boots when they faint compared to selling them a pill costs 1 gold. And this is worth the price for all three. Compared to selling them, a pill costs 1 gold. And this is worth the price for all three. Really? And this is worth the price for all three. Literally 2-1. Because when you think about it, an apple is already 3. So a sleeping pill is 1 plus a 3. I mean, yeah, that's 4. But just don't use it on like an ant. Use it on like a flamingo or something. Use it on like a flamingo or like use it on a mammoth. Killing a turtle equals buying a melon for 4 gold, which is amazing considering how early it can be done. Yeah, because a melon is tier 6 and the turtle's only like tier 4. And then you can like scale up into a turtle sometimes, which is kind of cool. Killing a turtle is especially advised in base game because you don't need a turtle to protect you. Because you don't need a turtle to protect you from weak pets like Microbe and Toad, which are only available in other packs. Oh, okay, cool. Filling a blobfish in a custom weekly pack is great. While a chocolate also gives you spider and eagle summon pets from higher tiers when they faint, so pilling them can be used to get early tier 3s and 6s. More of a gimmick than anything, sheep and deer and the like will summon their tokens in the shop phase if pilled. This can theoretically be used to buff a dog, but it's mostly used for achievement hunting. Yeah, low key. But the dog has mediocre stats. It can be a heavy hitter for a few turns only if scaling and selling a lot of pets. Only if you're buying and selling a lot of pets. But tends to fall off quickly unless supported by summoning teams featuring units like sheep and the fly. Then, and even then, this ability is weak compared to that of the hippo or the kangaroo. We never lied. Yeah, slow farm. You can pill a badger or a sheep to damage your other pets. Pilling a microbe will give you the rest of the team the weakness effect. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. You lose more than you gain. Your consequences will inevitably haunt you. Don't pill a microbe. Got it. Though in rare cases, self-harming can trigger hurt abilities, like the gorilla, which can give it a coconut without needing to be hurt. Yeah. Tell me what parrot does. Because parrot's cool, but sometimes it's like weird. Regardless of the level of the friend's copy, the parried copied ability is only temporary and will disappear after each battle. The parrot is versatile, commonly used in sniper teams. Yeah, because if Crocodile throws out 8 or then the dude throws out 50%, you just want to throw out those raw numbers. By putting a parrot behind a pet, it's exactly like the pet would. For example, if you place it behind a camel, then it would act as another camel. Parrot is also seen in builds focused on summoning, typically behind a turkey, but also behind token summoners such as a sheep. It can also be used to copy the ability of self-buffing pets, hippo and kangaroo, although generally the parrot isn't best utilized on these pets unless you invest in the buffing and leveling up. The parrot will fit in a lot of teams and will prove itself a worthwhile pet, though it's outshined by a very similar tiger in a later run. Because the tiger, it doesn't copy the ability, but it makes people's abilities happen twice. Another strategy is to buff and level up a parrot, and hold on, make sure. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure my camera's still working. Another strategy is to buff and level up a parrot and then use this copy the ability of a tier 6 pet with a much stronger battle ability, such as the leopard. Since the parrot appears in a shop much earlier, it is easier to get it leveled and buffed to tier 6. Oh, buffed up than the tier 6 it is copying. True. I can have a level 3 parrot doing a level 6's third ability. Please note that the parrot does not copy other abilities that trigger at the end of the turn. And that's what I thought. And it would get the trigger, but it doesn't. Which is kind of whack. Yeah, tell me what I can do more with a rat. Because dirty rat is a little annoying. In the front of an enemy's team will increase the amount of dirty rats. Yeah, you're just summoning 3 dirty rats. Why would summoning multiple dirty rats be helpful? The rat will summon pets for the enemy, which is almost always a detriment. It's risky buy that is often only used for its high stats in early rounds. You should not overvalue its potential synergies with other pets. You should not overvalue its potential synergies with other pets. You should not overvalue its potential synergies with other pets. You should not value its potential synergies with other pets. Never put a rat in front of an ox. Why? Because if it dies, the ox... Oh. Because when it dies, it immediately makes it, and he pops the fucking melon. And never put a rat in the last position. With all that said, since dirty rats are weak and can only be easily knocked out, they can be effectively way to enable abilities that are otherwise tricky and tricky to trigger safely or multiple times. Hurt like peacock or camel. By putting rat directly in front of the pets with the hurt ability, it will summon dirty rat for the opponent. When knocked out, it will trigger the hurt ability at the cost of only 1 damage. It's not bad. Before attacks like elephant. And knockout pets like rhinos. All these synergies can be further amplified with kangaroo or snake behind the pet that will be facing the dirty rats, as these pets will be able to gain stats or do damage to the enemy. But what if it hits the fucking dirty rat? To avoid less or no dirty rats being spawned, the rat can create some space in the enemy team first through knocking out enemies. That means in later rounds, a weak rat is a useless rat. Keeping a rat around means scaling it or wasting its ability. Beware that the enemy team can benefit from having multiple pets like a shark or a turkey. And you will truly regret buying that rat. But damn, bro, I got an achievement hunt for this stupid thing. At least you're reinforcing that the rat is shit. Dude, I always try to get cat. I love cat. Quadruple, that's crazy. When cat is on the team, stats effects from food such as parent sushi will be increased by a percentage. The percentage will increase when the cat is leveled up. Buying an apple will equal +5 attack and +5 health. Damn. Cat will also affect foods that decrease stats such as broccoli. With a level 1 cat, buying a broccoli gives you -2 attack. Damn. So at level 3, yeah, that was very appropriate. At level 3, you get 18, but you lose 6. That's not bad. Cat almost guarantees everyone's buff. It will not increase damage, and it does not do perks from chocolate. Cat is one of the best game scalers that can fit in almost any team, although it works best with common food builds like squirrel, seal, and cow, as well as gold generators like swan. Stacking cats is a risky strategy, but with an immense payoff if you can buy the necessary foods. It's best hunting for high value foods such as pear, sushi, and pizza to gain the most out of the cat's ability. Each cow you find is at minimum a +4 to 8 for the team. You can't really go wrong with a cat cow. One neat strategy with cat besides scaling the team is using canned food to scale the shop instead. What? This can be an unexpected combo with potential to be very strong, but extremely hard to pull off. Because if you get a level 4/3 cat, That's plus 5/5 to the. That's kind of crazy, actually. I knew Cat was gas, but it's so late game that it, like you said, it'd be extremely hard to pull off. What can you tell me about Elephant? I guess Elephant is available in the Turtle Pack. Before the Elephant attacks, it deals 1 damage to the friend behind it, leveling up. The Elephant will increase the damage, will increase the amount of times it hits the friend behind it. The Elephant can either be very strong or very weak. The Elephant pairs best with hurt pets, which deals safe amounts of damage that can trigger but not usually knock out the pet. Ignoring all strategies, it's sometimes worth buying an Elephant for a turn or two just for the good stat line. You can negate the downsides by placing it in the back of your team. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Another benefit is it guarantees at least 1 hurt trigger, as hurt abilities aren't triggered when a pet faints. Easy synergy for the Elephant has to be the Camel. This combo can be incredibly strong, especially with a leveled up Elephant. It can give a substantial amount of health and attack to a pet of your choosing, as long as it doesn't die too quickly. Using this strategy, you can give a late tier pet like Octopus or Reindeer enough stats to become substantial to battle right out of the shop. True. Also pair Elephant with Peacock, fairly strong but falls off late, as the Peacock is usually only able to survive 1 hit. You're on the risk of your Peacock fainting. Elephant has a very strong and perhaps notorious synergy with Blowfish. Blowfint. Elephant, when paired with Blowfish, can mow down strong teams if not dealt with quickly. The combo is enhanced by Pineapple, which can essentially work like a level up for your Blowfish. A good Elephant and Blowfish combo can sometimes defeat multiple enemies without taking any damage. However, synergy can be easily countered by Lemon or simply having more stats. Note that all these synergies can be greatly enhanced with Tiger, because if I hit Blowfish, hit once, do it again. Hit him once, do it. Blowfint. I see it. I fucking see it. Blowfint. Wow, I've never thought of Blowfint before. Yeah, Badger's kind of fucking annoying. When the Badger faints, it deals 50% of its damage to the animal in front of it and behind it, regardless of what team they are on. Huh. It has decent stats, but ability can be self-sabotaging. If placed in the back, it will only hurt opponent's animals. This means the Badger can turn losses into draws if an ability faints the last animal. The Badger synergizes incredibly well with Honey. There it is, the Honeybee Badger. The Honeybee will win a draw if on the last animal, and the Badger can draw losses if in the last spot. This creates an infamous combo. The Badger faints, the last enemy creates a bee, turning that would otherwise be a loss into a win. During the 8 game, extra life works better, although the 1 to 3 damage probably won't work to amount to much. Still, if a base stats monkey is at the back, you still might draw into it instead of a lose. Still, if a base stats monkey is at the back. Basically saying, if you have a monkey in the back with Honey, it's no real difference than having a Badger in the back with Honey. As long as your last animal has Honey, it doesn't really matter. By pilling base stat Badgers in front or behind of, say, oh, you can make it give a permanent stat buff to your friend with minimal damage. However, this strategy isn't that great since it requires lots of badgers and sleeping pills, and in most cases, worse than just using a leech, although it's somewhat usable, yeah, in a standard pack. A different strategy would be a high attack badger in front of a mammoth with extra life at the front of the team. The main benefit to this strategy, it hires the potential to destroy a big enemy unit because players will often put their strongest enemies near the front. Because the mana ability is triggered on feigning, it would be beneficial to use the strategy unless, of course, your mammoth is the main damage dealer in the middle game. You can use an ant or a flamingo instead. So it's basically just a feint ability to soak up the badger. Consider using any pet whose health doesn't matter. Being a front position, behind a front position badger, since his attacks likely won't matter. However, you run the risk of the low pet feigning before it can soak up a badger's attack, resulting in your badger destroying something important. To negate this, you can put multiple weak pets behind your badger, or have your badger hit a pet that summons something on feint. Alternatively, you can put an ox behind your badger. Make sure that your ox already has melon. Oh, so giving melon armor. Oh. Make sure it already has melon armor. This can be accomplished by feeding a sleeping pill to any pet directly in front of the ox. This way, when the badger faints, it will simply break the ox's melon armor while still allowing the ox to gain its melon armor back. This all sounds good, but the badger has significant problems. It's hit by a snipe, it results in disastrous friendly fire. Secondly, it's very possible that the badger's ability won't KO the last animal, or the opponent will have one remaining animal. Thirdly, while it can win losses, it is important to ask, if you had something better than a badger, would you be losing in the first place? I hate that last line. I like these really salty ass lines, like people that really have to like play the game a lot, and they're like, yo, I'm gonna let you know, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. Abilities with the elephant in front, less viable. While less viable, a hedgehog might also work in the early game. This, however, results in a less weaker team in the late game and most likely a streak of losses. Give it garlic armor. Okay. Simple. Big beat. Why do y'all write so much about beef? Damn. The strength of the beaver lies in its ability to scale by being sold, providing 2 points of permanent health and an early 3/2 stat line for the net cost of 2 gold. When not having an ability that benefits combat, the beaver is relatively viable round 1 option doing to its attack, allowing it to trade with 2 3s. Relatively safe as a mosquito and a pig. Early fish will benefit from the beaver as it has the highest raw stats from tier 1 and will benefit from stockpiling health early. Mosquitoes will highly benefit from being paired with beavers early scaling as their abilities are far more relevant in the mid to late game compared to other tier 1 pets. People really like mosquitoes, I guess. I guess they're popping melon armors. Horses and ants, while not ideal, will benefit from the beaver's early permanent 1 HP, protecting them from being sniped. Best to provide buffs from being sold aren't super compatible with the beaver, as they would not benefit from the permanent health. As an example, an otter gives a permanent 1/1 to a random animal that would not benefit. This can be avoided by purchasing the otter before purchasing the beaver. Tell me how to do shrimp better. Will increase the health of another friend. The friend buffed by the shrimp is chosen at random. When leveled up, the amount of health given to the shrimp is increased. The shrimp does not give health when sold. The shrimp's ability can be powerful in extreme cases. Its modest payoff will typically not be worth the significant investment required. That being said, it's one of the earliest pets that increased the value of buying selling pets. The other early pets, the salamander, will buff itself upon the purchase of pets, and the starting ability, the goldfish, will make 2 shop pets cheaper at the start of the turn. A team of all 3 of these pets could potentially do it all right in the early turns, with shrimp taking up for salamander's very high attack. The shrimp simply becomes outclassed by later tier pets, especially the starfish, considering it's only tier 1. Damn, I don't like shrimp. I like shrimp. Mammoth. The mammoth is generally outclassed. Yeah, dude, no offense, because mammoth is cool, but mammoth always feels a little underwhelming. I do like whale mammoth though. Whale mammoth is pretty solid. Whale mammoth is way solid. Using a sleeping pill on a mammoth is pretty solid, but the Tyrannosaurus's ability is 1 gold more efficient. Or if you have 3 gold and an empty slot, you can buy it and then hopefully use the pill on the next turn. Overall, the T-Rex and the Dragon are a lot better for wide scaling over a long period of time. Since the mammoth has a feint trigger, it is usually beneficial to put a mushroom on the mammoth, as it will buff the team twice and potentially knock out a melon, pepper, or coconut from the opposing unit. The feint trigger also is well utilized with shark. Not bad. Okay. I'm gonna pill mammoths more. Yeah, why is everyone sucking off mosquito? I already looked up monkey. Long-term value does make up for it. Mosquito. Average stats at the start of every battle. The mosquito will damage to a random enemy when leveled up. The mosquito will target more enemies. The mosquito can be a very good early game unit, and its ability can instantly destroy quite a few tier 1 pets. It has pretty decent stats. It can also be useful late game with an upgraded ability, as it can somewhat reliably destroy melon and pepper. This makes it one of the few tier 1 pets worth taking all the way to the end game. Of course, this is only possible with luck. Sometimes a mosquito will hit the wrong enemy, either resulting in barely changing anything or making things a bit easier for the team hit with a hurt ability such as a camel, blowfish, or peacock. I'm high, it just says the same shit. Huh. What do you guys say about boar? Tier 6 buffs itself and attack by a small amount. Leveling above boar will increase that amount by a lot. The stats will increase, only become active after the start of the battle, and the boar will revert to its original stats. While the boar may appear to be a better hippo, it being a tier 6 means its scaling is harder as it appears later in the game. Additionally, for a tier 6 animal, its effect is rather underwhelming and usually won't matter in the late game, as most animals will already be scaled with additional useful effects like Rhino. In such late games, the pet will mostly be knocked out in a few hits, so the buff won't work a lot. Though using this for dealing with high health enemies is great, as it will get a larger attack stat buff. I always thought boar was kind of underwhelming. Otter is a powerful tier 1, although it has low stats and ability makes up for it. It's comparable to an apple. Oh, it's an apple, you get your money back with the added benefit of another animal in your team, as well as the capability of being sold and making it an effective 2 gold random apple if you don't want to keep it. Leveling up early can result in a bigger advantage in scaling and will provide a lot of early wins if used correctly. Okay. What does Ox do? Ox can work with other feint strategies like Shark. Units like Mammoth are also good with Ox as the stats for the team. Bill can be used to raise his stats by killing the pet in front of it outside of battle. Didn't know that at first. Learned that today. Camel is best paired with elephant and rat. Herd. Cow. The cow is a tier 5 pet. 2 free milk. Leveling up a cow will spawn better milk. And best milk. Better milk gives 2-4 and best milk gives 3-6. Cow is the cornerstone of any food build. It is extremely versatile with unparalleled efficiency. It brings consistency to the food hunt as each cow is equal to 2 targeted food stat effects, able to trigger each food bought abilities. The most common strategy is buying and selling cows. If there's a seal on your team, you can buy a cow for 2 mix and sell it, and feeding the seal the milks so it won't accidentally waste stats on the cow. For a cat pivot, you can buy cow, sell it, and then buy a cat before buying milk to receive the double stat effects. Even if you're not going for food builds, selling cow is recommended since it's 2 gold while giving the same amount of stats as sushi. Another strategy is keeping a cow on the team then buying copies on top since it will continuously give you better milks. Okay. Hey, crab. The crab is a unit that needs to be level 2 to be viable. While the level up, copying 50% is negligible, especially so if the early game and a waste of gold later on if you do manage it to level 2 or 3. It does a decent job at serving as a damage sponge that you don't need to put as much effort into scaling. To make up for a likely low attack value, it's recommended to give a crab a meat bone or even a steak, and it can synergize with Dodo and increase its attack in a similar fashion. Using a Dodo, a high health pet, makes the crab stats entirely dependent on other animals, which isn't necessarily bad and actually enables it to be sold without losing many stats or gold efficiency. Huh. You can literally just have a Dodo and a high health dude and just throw in a crab and a crab will just be there. And the benefit is it's just there. I fucking hate Peacock. I hate Big Purr. I hate Big Purr so fucking much. Pig. Selling a level 1 pig will reward you with 1 gold for the pet and 1 extra gold from the ability, but a level 2 pig will sell for 4 gold because it is a level 2, but 2 extra from the ability, and in the same way selling a 3 pig will give you 6 gold in total. Pig is a high risk, high reward. Hell no. Pig's useless unless you're setting up. Anything extra on cricket? Best fit on horse teams. Can additionally work in front of an ox. Most energies are better filled with a deer or a fly. Rabbit, one of my favorites. The rabbit works best paired with abilities when they eat at food shops. Since rabbit gives bonus health to all the pets that eat, it is advised to use the food that multiple pets eat. Salad is a good option. Is it available at the same tier as a rabbit is? Sushi allows you to maximize the health bonus, and 3 random pets eat sushi. Pretty simple, straightforward. I didn't know Dodo synergizes with Cheetah. Duck. One of the weakest abilities in the game with the money it takes to buy, rarely being worth the effect, although viable for the buy-sell archetype. Duck is just weak. Dragon. No one has anything to say on Dragon. Okay, I respect that. Everyone just shut the fuck up. When a zombie fly flames, it will not trigger Fly's ability. Fly's ability will not trigger unless there are spaces for zombie flies to spawn. When used with other fan abilities such as Rooster or Deer, it will wait until the tokens have been cleared before summoning zombie flies. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know it will wait. Fly has great value since it's almost guaranteed to give 3 summons. Sometimes the other summoners can accidentally waste by running out of space. You should think of Fly as a 3 gold for a 17. For a 17/17. Cool. It pairs well with all other summoning pets. Fly tends to be positioned as at the last 2 spaces to make sure there are enough space to use up all its triggers. Each fly at level 1 is weaker than a bus. So the fly often has to compete with high level deer with a mushroom. But then what happens if the fly faints and then you mushroom the fly? Like a mushroomed fly that dies in the back. But a deer with a fucking mushroom now. Using a sleeping pill on a flamingo is similar to using a salad bowl, except it's 1 tier earlier. You can also control which 2 pets get the buff at the cost of an extra gold. Not bad. Yeah, she was lit. How much to say on giraffe? Yeah, girl says giraffe. This reference on how giraffes in real life are mute. Oh. Giraffe. This is a reference on how giraffes in real life are mute and don't make any sounds. Wow, chat, you learn weird new shit every day. Slightly bothered? I saw a skunk. So what all can spider pull from? On it during turns 3 and 4 just before you actually unlock tier 3 pets. At level 1, the stats spawned will usually be below average, but at level 2 that can very viably statted pets. Swan Lake. Can be used for saving gold. For example, but only if the player ends with 2 or more gold left over. Damn. Hedgehog is the definition of risk aware. It deals a lot of damage to the enemy team, but it can greatly weaken your team too. It can also serve as an early version of Badger, placed at the back to try to knock out leftover enemies. Work best with herd effects. Using a skunk, a level 3 skunk, and a hedgehog guarantees a feint. The one gold it provides may be more useful than its effect. Turkey? Yeah, just summon builds. Turtle. Yeah, okay, damn. Is a versatile pet most commonly put ahead of the pet with the highest attack or health in the team. Often means that refreshing our team's melon. Start of battle snipers like mosquito and leopard. Breaking the enemy team's lemon. A common strategy is having a strong pet in front with a defensive food perk. If that perk was a melon, Turtle will pop it and allow our strongest pet with melon and face against one without melon. Countering Scorpion. All the enhanced effects, the turtle will never waste its triggers. If the friend behind it has already had melon, it will simply skip to the friend. Oh wow, I didn't know that. To a friend and give melon to one further behind. Which means buying melon on 2 friends behind turtle will only make the team stronger. On a level 2 turtle with mushroom will give 4 melons, enough to coat the entire team. Okay, I didn't mean to disrespect you. Leopard and Dodo work well. No, only Dodo has more attack than the leopard. Otherwise, leopard will use its ability before receiving the buff. Wait, what? Note the strategy only works if the Dodo has more attack than the leopard. Otherwise, leopard will use its ability before receiving the buff from the Dodo. Oh, 50 damage to 3 random enemies. I didn't know that, so I need to make sure if I do the build that my Dodo's buffed. And I think that's everybody. I know leopard, I know turtle, I know turkey. No one give a fuck about kangaroo. Why is there so much on fish? Early game, as it seems a good idea to level a fish into a pet of next tier. On turns 3, 5, 7, and 9, doing this with another pet will be better because in the next tier you can receive the buff in the fish once you get done leveling up. Getting a level 3 fish within the first 5 turns or so of the game can help greatly with scaling pets. The fish is a good candidate for getting to level 3 so it can enable a bison. Okay. This ultimately takes up a slot after a while. I'm gonna do snail. Gives a rather mediocre, requiring you to keep a level tier 3 just potentially to get a 2-2 or a 3-3 later on. This doesn't really work out due to you requiring to lose just to activate Snail's effect. The 1-1 the Snail offers could be used early on, but it will become useless very quickly, getting replaced by scaling units in hopes of activating, but rather roll a dice and potentially get something good of a pet. Yeah, but I guess you would achievement and just like on the fucking spot scaling. Best behind a strong pen behind summoners for extra triggers. Pets like hippo or boar can be pretty good. With snake as attack, the snake can be put behind a pet for an extra trigger. The snake can counter pets with chili. The snake can be countered by bus pets with chili and sniping teams. Snakes are good besides because they can help you kill turkey and fly. They're otherwise usually placed in the back. Ooh. Okay, I think that's everyone now. Rhino. Rhino is a pet that often has difficulty fitting its intended niche. If Rhino ability knocks out an enemy, it will repeat, potentially knocking out an entire team after a single attack. This means that Rhino is often most useful against summon teams when it can knock out low health enemy summons before they get a chance to attack. A base level Rhino ability can knock a level 1 fly and level 1 and 2 rams and chicks of any level, making it essentially a brutal counter to a rooster. However, a base level Rhino cannot one-shot a bus. Rhino is heavily burdened by his tier, as tier 5 is often added to a player's team quite late. His ability requires a heavy stat investment to become fully usable. It usually takes several turns to raise a Rhino's stats to usefulness. The Rhino's ability is also underwhelming against non-summoner teams. If the Rhino can't get a knockout with its ability and create a domino effect for the entire team, its ability is essentially equivalent to spawning with an extra 4 attack. For reasons, Rhino is often overshadowed by Hippo. Now I think that's everybody. I keep saying that, but there's everybody that I don't have like a mental grasp on. Actually took the time to read them all, guys. It's pretty wild. Not gonna cap. That was a lot of fucking reading. That was a whole lot of fucking reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed that at least a little bit. That's getting put on the YouTube video. Reading all the pets of Super Auto Pets Standard Pack. But I'll be right back. I have to take a quick wee. Signing off.